Hi, in this video I will explain the moss shader. To use the shader on any model, make sure you apply the rotation and scale by pressing Ctrl A and put the origin in the right place. As we did with the leaves shader, just drag and drop the node group in the shader editor. Same as the principal BSDF, connect the textures into the right place. You can delete the other nodes. I will use my trees for better demonstrations. Let's explain each one from top to bottom. This section is the same as the principled BSDF. First we have the moss. The moss opacity will change the opacity of the moss. The moss density will change the density of the moss. The moss shape will change the noise of the moss and give it a different shape. Note that every object will have a different shape. This is to give it more variations. The edge blend will make the edge of the moss more soft and not too sharp. The moss height will change the height of the moss. The moss gradient will change the gradient of the moss, and this will be affected by the rotation. As you can see here, I am changing the rotation of the moss. And no matter how the rotations is, the moss height will stay the same. Notice how the height is staying the same. When you have different objects with different rotations, and you want to make the moss grow on the same side, you can use Make One Direction to 1 to make all the moss on all the objects on the same side. When Make One Direction is set to 1, it will use the normals of the object. And when you rotate the object, the moss will stay on the same side. And all the other settings will work the same. You can change the rotation from here too. Next is the details of the moss. The moss scale will change the scale of the moss. The moss micro details will change the scale of the small details. The moss bump strength and distance is the same as in the bump node. And these are for controlling the bump strength. Next are the colors. The color base is for changing the color of the moss. And the color noise is for changing the second color of the moss. The AO opacity will change the opacity of the ambient occlusion of the moss. I changed the order of the noise opacity to be above the noise scale. You will find it in this order when you download the files. The noise opacity for controlling the opacity of the second color. Color noise scale is for changing the noise of the second color. Noise control is for controlling the density of the second color. Smooth color is for smoothing the noise of the second color. Next is the randomize. When the randomize is set to 1, It will randomize the colors of the objects and uses these two colors. The from min and max are for controlling the randomize. When use my color is set to 1, it will use the colors under it. And it will ignore the base color above. But if you put a texture, it will use it and change its colors. This is useful when you need to change the color of your texture. Note that the randomize will use its own colors and ignore use my color. And when it's 0, it will use the base color. The gradient opacity will change the opacity of the gradient. The wood gradient is the gradient color. The dark/light colors will switch from dark colors to more bright colors. The gradient height will control the gradient. The gradient smooth will smooth the gradient to be not so sharp. The gradient rotation will change the rotation of the gradient. This will be useful when you have an object on an angle, like this. All of my trees will come with the shader already set up for you, so you don't need to put the node group yourself. Here is the same rock we used at the beginning. When you use it on your own model, don't forget to apply the scale and rotation and put the origin in the right place. I hope that was informative. Now go and amaze the world. Thanks for watching.